Anyone who knows what I do for a living, they know that I turn up and get stuck in. You know, I roll up the sleeves and I do what I'm capable of, which is quite a lot in comparison to people that haven't had my, athletic background.
Before the cameras rolled, before the billion-dollar box office wins, before the public smiles, carefully edited interviews, and strategic Instagram apologies, there was a moment, a private confrontation, that permanently fractured the relationship between Jason Statham and Vin Diesel. A moment so explosive that Universal executives had to intervene. A moment so tense that stunt coordinators refused to talk about it on record. A moment that changed the direction of an entire franchise. Two men, two visions, one empire on the line. This is what really happened. Welcome to Cinema Fallout, where we expose the rivalries Hollywood tries to bury.
You want to work with smart people, and smart people make you relax and you can have a good time. But if people are doing stupid things in front of your nose, then it's very hard.
Statham and Diesel were destined to clash because they were engineered from completely different worlds. Jason Statham, the fighter, not a Hollywood kid, not a man shaped by branding teams or studio handlers. He earned everything the slow, painful way. Before movies, he lived on discipline and grit. A world-class competitive diver, a martial artist, a streetwise hustler, Guy Ritchie's gritty discovery. His skill set is practical. His image is authentic. His brand is physical truth. No stuntman, no ego, just craft. Vin Diesel, the builder. He wasn't invited into Hollywood. He barged his way in. He wrote his own films because nobody would cast him. He created his own opportunities. And when Universal wanted to abandon Fast and Furious after the first film, Vin forced the studio to resurrect the franchise. He negotiated his producer credit. He shaped the tone, the casting, the rules. To Vin, Fast is not a movie series, it's his kingdom. So when Statham, a man with no interest in hierarchy, walked into that kingdom with global star power, Hollywood had a collision coming. The moment Statham appeared in the post-credit scene of Fast and Furious 6, fans reacted instantly. He didn't feel like a cameo. He felt like a threat. A real villain with real menace, something the franchise hadn't seen in years. The studio saw numbers jump. Social media exploded. International markets specifically favored Statham. Executives made a quiet realization. Vin Diesel is the anchor, but Jason Statham could be the future. That's when the tension began. On set, Statham operated differently. He demanded clarity in choreography. He refused unrealistic camera angles. He wanted bruises, sweat, impact. He pushed for realism the franchise wasn't used to. Vin preferred things controlled, heroic, stylized. When Statham's scenes tested better than expected, Universal started expanding his role. And Diesel? He felt the walls close in. Fast fans have heard rumors about the fight clauses. Let's be clear, the clauses are real, and they were at the center of the conflict. Vin Diesel's contract reportedly included, he can't lose a fight, he can't take too many hits, his character must appear equally strong. The Rock had similar clauses, so did other cast members. But Statham? He didn't give a damn about the clauses. He believed in realistic choreography, not ego-based math equations. He argued, if you get hit, sell it. If you take damage, show it. A good fight tells a story. Characters shouldn't look invincible, they should look human. Vin hated that approach. Statham felt the rules made action scenes look cartoonish. During Furious 7, stunt teams struggled because every punch between Dom and Shaw had to be negotiated. Multiple insiders have said the same thing. Statham didn't want the protection. Vin didn't want the vulnerability. That philosophical divide grew into resentment. By Fast 8, the tension became impossible to ignore. Crew members reported Vin arriving hours late, Statham pacing while waiting for scenes to begin, disagreements over camera framing, arguments about who gets the final blow, scenes rewritten to balance strength. On Statham's previous films, The Transporter, Crank, Safe, he was used to tight professional sets with high discipline. The Fast franchise was different. Vin operated on his own schedule. Statham operated like a soldier. In big action sequences, especially the prison escape scene, the tension boiled over. The stunt team had to redo choreography because neither star wanted to appear dominated. One crew member said off record, it wasn't about the movies anymore, it was about control. And that control battle was heading toward a breaking point. Universal reached a boiling point. Executives scheduled a closed-door meeting with Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, senior producers, franchise overseers, marketing analysts. Universal showed data proving Statham's character was outperforming expectations in nearly every market. His audience approval climbed fast. His international strength rivaled Diesel's. His choreography was driving engagement. The studio wanted more screen time, more depth in his story, a long-term arc, possible spin-off potential. Vin objected, strongly. He argued that the franchise's balance would be ruined if Shaw became too central. Statham fired back. He didn't want domination, he wanted realism. He didn't want equal punch counts, he wanted proper filmmaking. The meeting ended with no agreement. Executives left frustrated. Statham left fed up. Vin left knowing something irreversible had happened. 2 months later, Universal dropped a bombshell. Hobbs and Shaw is officially in development. Vin reportedly found out late in the process. When Hobbs and Shaw was announced, the internet celebrated, but the Fast family fractured. The Rock publicly mocked Vin's work ethic. Vin responded with passive-aggressive metaphors, but Statham said nothing. And that silence made everything worse. The spin-off did something Vin Diesel never expected. It proved the franchise could thrive without him. The chemistry between Statham and The Rock was undeniable. The box office numbers were powerful. The film created a new sub-franchise, one where Vin had zero control. Insiders say that Vin felt betrayed, undermined, replaced, threatened. Universal realized something dangerous. The Fast Saga doesn't need one king, it has options. And that terrified Vin Diesel. The series was no longer his uncontested domain. After Hobbs and Shaw, a quiet Cold War began. On Fast 9, Statham's role was nearly cut entirely. Negotiations were tense. Conditions had to be renegotiated. Scenes were rewritten to reduce conflict with Diesel. Statham shot separately whenever possible. Universal tried to ease tension by keeping them apart. The relationship wasn't explosive anymore. It was icy. Not hatred, not friendship. A simple professional understanding. We work together when we have to, nothing more. They don't rehearse together. They don't socialize. They don't develop scenes jointly. Every moment is carefully planned to avoid ego collisions. Hollywood shows us the smiles. We show you the truth. If you want more exposés, more confrontations, more behind-the-scenes secrets, subscribe, because this story is only the beginning. This is Cinema Fallout, where the real stories begin.